What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon, the crypto universe. Today is Tuesday, October 15th. In today's video, we're not just only going to be talking about the Doge Rune token, but the Rune ecosystem as a whole, because some recent alpha news has just came out that I cannot wait to share with you, and that's regarding Coinbase. Now, a lot of events have led up to this specific moment where exchanges such as Binance and Coinbase are at the races to be the first crypto exchange or the first tier 1 exchange to adopt the Rune's protocol. But also in this video, I want to share with you what's going on with the charting analysis with Doge, and also who's been talking about Doge across all of social media. So let's get right into it. Let's not waste any time. Be sure to like up that button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page. And most importantly, please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I will never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email, so please be careful and invest safely. So guys and girls, let's get right into it. So as of right now, at the time of recording, Doge Rune is hovering around a 530 million market cap. Now look at the community sentiment. We have now reached 10,000 votes. We're getting so close to 95%. But by the way, this is very bullish. The community is so huge and present within Doge. It's unmatched. If you look at other meme coins, not just on Bitcoin, I'm gonna talk about other meme coins on Solana and Ethereum. They don't have this much votes, and also they don't have this much engagement, and also the positivity in terms of sentiment is so bullish. Now let's look at Doge compared to Bitcoin over the past 24 hours. So pretty much they're in line. I don't know if you noticed, but actually Bitcoin pumped today. It went from 65 to 67,000, then took a dump. Obviously Doge was going to do the exact same thing, but right now Doge is up less than 1% over the past 24 hours. Over the past 7 days, still up 44%. Over the past 1 month, actually higher than yesterday, up 147%, as yesterday was 122%. Now, let's look at Magic Eden. The amount of unique holders, 91,843, still staying around the same range. The sats for these bulk items on Doge to the Moon, 7.9. A little different from yesterday, which was around 8. So let's just compare that to yesterday. Now let's look at the Rune's total market cap, $1.32 billion. As of yesterday, it was 1.35, so it's down just a little bit from then. But don't let that deter you, because I still think that we are still in the very early stages of a bull market, and this retracement was very necessary. Now let's look at Doge Rune token compared to other meme coins across all different blockchains. Right now, Doge to the Moon is hovering around 148 ranking. So right now, we're waiting for this to flip one day, SPX 900. It has flipped it before, but this is one of Murad's favorite tokens. Now let's talk about recent news regarding what is trending more on X, aka Twitter. Is it Doge or is it SPX 6900? I'm not going to read this whole thing, but guess what? It's Doge. Obviously because of presence, because of the community showing up every single day, the amount of tweets. I'm going to show you some examples of who's actually tweeting. But before we get there, I just want to mention that right now, Doge to the Moon is the top traded rune with the in-app swap featured in Xverse. So that to me is very bullish. No one is sleeping on Doge. They are swapping within the app, not just Magic Eden. Now, let's also talk about some recent news regarding CryptoRank. So CryptoRank does a ton of research and it does a ton of articles regarding different altcoins, especially Bitcoin. Recently, they just made an article about Bitcoin Rune's transactions have begun to gain momentum after tripling since August lows. Now, let's get into the nitty gritty of who's talking about Doge. Roaring Kitty, who's not affiliated with Keith Gill, who obviously is bullish on GameStop and all those other meme stocks such as AMC. Roaring Kitty, who has almost close to around 100,000 followers, made a tweet recently saying that only future millionaires will like this tweet. Now, this is actually kind of interesting because Roaring Kitty does talk about meme coins quite a bit, especially with Keith Gill and his meme coins. He also talked about SPX 6900, which was Murad's favorite token. But you can tell from the engagement with Doge, it has more engagement because there's more online presence. As you saw what Grok, the AI platform within X, said. It just goes to show you that the algorithms and everything in terms of engagement is in favor of Doge. And also Clemente, who was very bearish on runes, he didn't like runes at the very beginning. He also lost a little bit of money investing in runes at the top. He was actually disagreeing with somebody who said that runes are 100% cabal at this point, dude. And Clemente actually had to say something about that. He says, I disagree with this take. If anything, runes are the least cabalish out of all meme coins. Fair launches via mints. Everything moves slower since Bitcoin transactions take forever. I've never felt like anything was a cabal pump. He even recognizes that it's really hard to manipulate prices and also to have less cabal movement within the Runes ecosystem because it's so slow. Not as much dumping or as much manipulation because Bitcoin is so slow. So whenever people say that there's a little bit of friction with UX UI or just the friction with invalidating of transactions, that's actually very beneficial right now at the early stages of Runes, because imagine if Runes launched and it was very manipulated and really quick, just like Solana. Well, many people would be deterred by that and they'd just be like, you know what, this is another quick scheme, another quick chain that's just trying to flip and make other people, retail investors, exit liquidity. So luckily, Runes are not like that on Bitcoin. And I actually ended up sharing this specific image yesterday, which was the top Runes, which was dog, pups, and $1 billion cat, compared to the total Solana meme coin market cap, which is roughly around $11 billion on a Solana's $72 billion market cap. And as you can see, right now, with the top Runes, they don't even make up that much of Bitcoin's total market cap. So you really have to understand, like right now, things are being built and you need to get ready for it. Now let's get ready into the charting and analysis. So as I mentioned before, where are we at the psychology of the market cycle? I always say over and over, we're at the disbelief. People think that this is a suckers rally and that we're not going up anymore. And people think we're gonna go to the downside. When I say people, I'm talking about short-term investors and also retail investors that have no experience in the cryptocurrency world. So they'll end up dumping their bag while whales, OGs, veterans, and professional traders will buy their bag because we always buy the dips. And for every disbelief stage, there's always a bull rally that follows. And as you can see, we're almost in the exact same identical format as the psychology of market cycles. We were at the despair phase. And as I mentioned before, remember this volume here, which is this green volume, sent us from 200 to $980 million, close to $1 billion. And you are not actually seeing this exact volume over here. In fact, we're actually seeing subtle pumps to the upside with very little volume, and that is absolutely healthy. And guess what? We predicted on our channel that we were going to hit 470 million market cap, and look at it, definitely did that overnight. So that is what we needed to see it hit that support level. And we saw people dollar cost averaging, maybe seeing our videos or maybe seeing other charting analysis that represent the dog army, and they knew that this was the point to dollar cost average. So this is the support level, but we are forming higher lows, which is these green smile lines right here. And these higher lows are absolutely necessary, but we need to break past, as I repeat over and over, the 570 million market cap. And we need to be above that for 2 to 3 to 5 days to confirm the bullish breakout, to break new all-time highs to $1.2 billion and higher. And as I mentioned before in the MACD, we had a buyer's market in the very beginning, followed by a 3-month seller's market, but now we are back into the buyer's market. Given that we have the golden cross from the 20-day to 50 moving average, yeah, we are going to continue to keep going up. And just want to remind everybody that some analysts predict that Bitcoin is going to hit $233,000 per Bitcoin in this bull run. And that's what's based on this charting analysis. And as I shared with everybody on our channel, my dog case study analysis. So if Bitcoin hits 233,000, then possibly, say for instance, my base case was 250,000. That means the market cap of Bitcoin would be $5.2 trillion. And then that means if Runes makes up 1% of Bitcoin, Runes would be a total market cap of $52 billion. And if DOG makes up around 46% or even 40%, say for that matter, then that means that the market cap for DOG would be around $20 to $24 billion. And that means the token price per DOG would roughly be around 24 cents or 20 cents. Now let's talk about the recent news in Alpha regarding Coinbase. Now, back in the day on August 14th, we noticed that Coinbase Ventures, which is a huge VC company, invested in Sapflow with association to Variant. Now, Sapflow is a platform for Ordinals and Runes trading. So they already are invested in the seed round and getting themselves exposed within Bitcoin DeFi. But it doesn't just stop there. That was just the start. Remember back on October 9th, I made a video regarding how Coinbase and Binance are starting to show a lot of interest in Runes. And just followed after that, I made this specific post back on August 12th. And this is regarding the Coinbase announcement that Coinbase Assets account said exciting news. They're integrating Taproot, aka they're allowing their customers, 105 million customers by the way, in the world to send their Bitcoin to Taproot addresses. And I'll explain what that is all about. Now, I'm not going to read this whole article, but I said, how important is Coinbase integrating Taproot? And I also said, but why runes versus BRC20s? And also I said, how does this benefit the Dog Rune token? So as a TLDR, this is what it basically said. Coinbase's integration of Taproot is significant as it enables advanced Bitcoin transactions, opening opportunities for protocols like runes, which leverage Taproot scalability and privacy. Runes are more efficient than BRC20s because they optimize transaction size, reduce block size and usage, and enhance privacy, all while minimizing costs. Additionally, Coinbase's DASG supports Dog Rune by not requiring listing fees or marketing fees, aligning with its core free and fair principles. So this is just one of the things I was just hinting at what was going to happen with Coinbase. And then I shared this specific article just a couple days later on October 14th, which was Taproot integration to runes. And I basically shared a whole bunch of different exchanges such as Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, and OKX that have implemented Taproot into their exchange and into their business. And they hold roughly around $450 billion in total assets on their exchanges. Then, if you connect these two with the exchanges to Bitcoin, all this money will eventually flow into runes. And again, runes is roughly around a $1.3 billion market cap as of right now. And this is the specific post that is the alpha that I've been wanting to share for quite some time. And it says, just in, insider confidential info reveals that Coinbase is reviewing Rune's protocol for legal regulatory compliance, security assessment, and Taproot functionality, ensuring it meets all requirements. Now, unfortunately, I cannot reveal my source because this person I actually met 4 years ago back in 2020 at an NFT event for Bored Ape Yacht Club. And I've actually kept in touch with this person via Telegram. And what's really interesting is that he's been noticing that I've been talking about runes and ordinals for the past 6 months since April. And the funny thing is he actually proactively reached out to me to tell me what's going on with the runes protocol. So that's basically what's going on. I cannot reveal his name or which department he works on, but he does work at Coinbase. But this to me doesn't mean anything in terms of oh, you should be very bullish around runes. It just means that right now there's a race going on between Binance and Coinbase. Because of these two large entities and these two enterprises and the two largest exchanges in the world, they really have to be very careful on what they're going to announce, list, or say online. Because if anything, they want to avoid the SEC knocking on their door and just saying, you know what, we're going to hit you with a Wells notice. So as a conclusion and statement, you are seeing what's happening behind closed doors. You are understanding that behind the scenes, these major exchanges are literally battling it out, trying to do all the legalities and all the functions to get runes ready to be listed. We don't know when that's going to be, and it could actually take some time, but nonetheless, they have already started. And you're seeing everybody talk around Dog and runes. So right now, I believe we are very early. We are in the next bull run for something that's completely unbelievable. When Bitcoin does hit 233,000, you definitely will understand that runes are going to follow that bull trend as well. So if you like what you've seen, like what you heard, and you want to get all the updates regarding runes and Dog, please smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page to receive all of our alpha calls and trades regarding Dog on the Moon. Till then, see you guys and girls next time.